guys, welcome back to my channel. This is like the fourth time I've tried to film this because my hair is annoying me and I don't know whether to put it up, half down, so I've kind of just gone with this look. First of all, I just want to say I actually love this outfit so much. It's just a plain top and then it's like these black dungaree slash play suit from, this is from Pretty, no this is not, this is from, I forgot what, well I'll leave the link in the down bar below. Can't remember where this is from, but I love it. Anyway, so I'm really sorry I haven't posted a video in over a week. I've just been really busy and kind of unmotivated to post in a way. So I've kind of taken a week off, both on my blog and on my channel, just to kind of get stuff done, lots of other stuff in my life done, sort things out, and then I can come back refreshed and with some new ideas hopefully. So the first thing I want to say is I'm going to run a poll on this video, so it will be like up here or something. I want to find out from you guys whether you guys prefer 2 videos a week or 1 video a week. If I do decide to do 1 video a week, it will be on a Sunday, so obviously go and enter that poll and let me know, because I am thinking of doing 1 video a week simply because I'm very busy these days and I don't really have time to film 2 videos a week. Also because it just means that I run out of ideas to post, so if I cut down to 1 video a week, it just gives me more time to think of ideas and things like that. It also gives me longer to film so I can create better videos, so yeah, just let me know. So for today's video I thought I would do an updated version of my adoption series because I haven't done one for 6 months, which is pretty long. So this is going to be part 4. I'll leave all of the other ones in the down bar below. I've done a few videos on them and some blog posts, so I'll leave that all in the down bar below. Today's video is going to be kind of like the, not the dark side of adoption, but like the negatives, I would say. So the first thing, if you guys don't know, I'm adopted. I was adopted when I was 10 months old from China. I've lived in the UK ever since I was brought over from China. I get a lot of questions about that, but yeah. So the first thing I'd probably say is like a downside is obviously you don't know your real parents. Oh yeah, if I keep looking at my phone, it's because I've got notes on it, not because I'm reading messages. Yeah, so you don't know your parents, your real parents, which can be a bit difficult sometimes. I know there are a lot of people who find it really hard to deal with this. I have found it really easily because I've always grown up knowing that I was adopted. My parents decided to always tell me from a young age, which is why I've just become really comfortable with it and I accept it. Of course I would love to know who my real parents are. I would love to know kind of why I was put up for adoption, even though it could be quite hard to hear, but obviously the truth and real things are very hard to hear sometimes. I think that in terms of finding my real parents, I don't think that it would happen. As I explained in my last video, it would cost quite a lot. There are a lot of Asian people, especially Chinese people, so it would be quite hard to find them. So I don't see that happening, and to be honest, I think I'm okay with that. I've kind of thought about it a lot. I do think about it every day. It's something that you think about a lot if you're adopted. I think about it every day. It just runs through my mind. Some days I have good days, some days I have bad days, but when I have bad days, they're never like awful. They're kind of just like, oh, you know, what would my life be like if I wasn't adopted type thing. That brings me on to my second point. The other thing is you kind of think about what would your life be like if you weren't adopted. Now I know that if I wasn't adopted I'd probably live a very poor lifestyle, because where I was adopted from, it was a very poor area, which could be a reason why I was adopted in the first place. Maybe my family couldn't afford to keep me and I could have been working in a factory, or even worse than that, child slavery or things like that. Yeah, so I'm very lucky in a way because I've been given a very good lifestyle. I've never had to kind of fend for myself. I've always had food and a house and things like that really. So I'm lucky in that sense. The second thing, which is kind of a thing that always runs through my mind as well, is whether I have brothers or sisters, because that would be pretty cool. I obviously do have brothers and sisters. With my adoptive family, I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. But blood related brothers and sisters, I have no idea if I have any, and it would be quite cool to find out if I did. So that is something I would like to know. The other thing is kind of just like the thing that kind of gets me the most is when people talk about similarities between their parents. You know, eye colours, hair colours, body shape, body features, nose, you know, jaw structure, things like that. Things I can't relate to because obviously I don't know my parents, and that is something that does get me quite a lot, because it would be nice to know if I have my dad's eyes or my mum's lips or things like that. Really, I think that's always quite cool to know. The last thing I'd like to talk about is bullying. Now, something I have had a little experience of. I haven't been bullied loads, so I can't really go into that a lot, because there are obviously a lot more people who have been bullied way worse than I have. But I was bullied a tiny bit when I was little, for not having any like real parents, as they would say, real parents. To me, my parents are my parents, so you know, they're as real as they can get. And it is kind of hard, especially at a young age, because you don't really understand why they're saying that. As you get older, you learn to like deal with it, and you learn just to like shake it off, and it's not really important enough to take in, really. But when you're little, it is something that really like touches you, because that's something that they know that will hurt you. It's kind of like an Achilles heel in a way, and it's something that I never really understood why they kind of picked on me for, because in my mind I had a family, I had parents, but in their mind I didn't really have real parents, because my mum used to come and pick me up from school, and obviously she wasn't Chinese, she was English, white, and yeah, that's something that I did get picked up on for. But I never really got it to an extent where I hated school. I've always loved school. It was only like 1 or 2 times, so I kind of just got through it, kind of just realised that they're just stupid, immature people, and that it's not worth my time, really. Yeah, I think that's it, really. Like, I don't really have anything else to say in regards to bad things about adoption. Obviously there's way more bad things in other people's adoption stories, but for me, my adoption story has been really great. I have a loving family, and they've always been really supportive of me, and they've always said that if I wanted to find my real parents and family, they would always be there to help me, and they would always, you know, do everything that they can in order to help me try and find them. But at this stage I don't think I really want to, and I never know if I really will want to. Maybe when I'm older and have my own kids I might want to, but for me it's not really essential. I don't really need it. It's not really going to change my life dramatically. It would be nice to know who my parents are and maybe to keep in contact with them, but it's not something I need on a daily basis. I don't, you know, get really sad over it. It doesn't make me depressed or anything, which is kind of good in a way, because I do know that there are lots of people out there who find being adopted really hard, and I always try and help those people, because I get a lot of comments. Sometimes I get messages directly from people who have been adopted, and I always try to give my best advice to an extent that I can. I'm not saying that I'm an expert, but obviously being adopted helps a bit. So yeah, and I've even like given advice to people who want to adopt, because it's definitely a really good thing. I definitely want to adopt when I'm older. I'd love to have a few kids of my own, but I'd also like to give a life to other kids who haven't really had a life. So yeah, that's it for this video, really. I just kind of wanted to talk about other things instead of like all the good things. I wanted to talk about some of like the bad things, in my opinion, things that kind of do make me upset in a way, but not they're not like awful. I've always been quite strong when I talk about it. I'm not really I am an emotional person, but not when it comes to like me being adopted, which is kind of funny, I guess, because it's probably my most, you know, significant thing to myself as an individual. It's something that a few, you know, lots of people don't have, but then lots of people do have, and so far I've only met 2 or 3 people that have been adopted in my life, and it's always a very touchy conversation to have with them, because obviously everyone deals with it differently. So yeah, but for me it's quite a positive thing, and I'm always happy to talk about it. So yeah, if you ever want to talk about it with me, then go ahead, and I think I'm going to leave it here because I don't want this video to be too long, because I know how chatty videos can get quite boring. So I'm going to leave it here. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Make sure to subscribe. Also, if you want to like see another part of the adoption series, just give me some ideas in the down bar below. I will try and come up with some more, but I'm not sure what else I can touch upon, considering I've talked a lot about it. And yeah, also go and click on the poll and let me know what you think, because I would like to know what you think, and I will see you in Sunday's video. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I thought I would do a Q&A, as I'm actually not feeling that great. I went home early from work on Friday because I was feeling not very well at all, and everyone at work has been kind of sick as well, which is not good. So it's kind of just going around, and yeah, I kind of have caught some sort of flu or something because I feel awful. So I thought a Q&A would be the best thing to film when I'm not feeling that great. So I asked